There she goes. Now she's really breaking through. Let's see what we hold after this candle closes. Let's see on the 9 what we're at. Got a minute left on this 9-minute candle. This isn't right. The orb level on this chart is not correct. That should be right over here. Okay, better. Take a look at what precious metals are doing. Starting to sell a little, rolled over as well. Bitcoin just dumping. F2K went into a buy. Okay. A 6 gross. Well, if it's going to be like this, and it'll go back to what my original thesis was, is that we won't see that roll bounce happen for another hour. It'll be roughly about an hour when I'm wrapping up my session. We'll probably be seeing, or we'll catch that pivot on the market. The seller's going to take it now. Russell's starting to push further down now. No, it's down 1.22%. Let's take a look at ES and see what ES is doing. Oh yeah, really rolled over pretty nasty. Sheesh. Rough. Be right back and get myself another cup of rocket fuel. Tipped. What's up, Tip? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Welcome to the midday. How are you doing? Sure, you're killing it as usual. Been back and forth myself, battling it out. Had a pretty decent morning. Got stopped on a lawn earlier that I didn't manage properly, and then just right now, I was in a long position, got stopped out. Tried to scale in and got stopped out. So only thing that have been hurt today are my feelings. No, I'm just kidding. My feelings ain't hurt. Tough as nails. How you holding up, bro? You staying warm out there? Should be able to type. Well, it's good to see you back in the group. I don't think he has. Oh yeah, he has the verified role. Yeah, he does. Frozen solid, my man. Oh man, don't tell me that. Sweet, thank you for that, RQ. I got one of my trading buddies hanging out with us today. I haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you and the fam are well. Stay warm. Oh man, today is the first day you crack above freezing. That's brutal. It's brutal, my man. No, no, we don't know that kind of cold, and I don't care to want to know what that cold is like. That's one I can live without, my friend. Whoa, 3 stories long. Jeez. That's crazy. I don't even know what we would do if we had that kind of winter freeze down. Well, we wouldn't do anything. The city would shut down for us down here because they are nowhere near prepared for it. Yeah. Yeah. My wife was in shorts yesterday. My wife was in shorts yesterday. Today she had a little sweater on when she left the house. I don't know what the temperature is today. 65. 65 here in SATX. But yeah, yeah, Tipped is right. We don't know anything about that kind of cold weather. Oh man. Looks like we're gonna get chopped up here in the afternoon session. Did you see the Dow this morning? Kissed 50K again today before gravity and rising yields pulled it back. But right now, it's sitting all right though. Still sitting at what 50,130. But it feels like energy and industrials is really what's leading the S&P. Nasdaq, we still have a software sell-off weighing it down. And we got hawkish pressure building on 10-year bonds. So midday movers, anybody looking at stocks and options, Terra Data, that's ticker TDC, is up 3%. It's had a monster move. They crush their Q4 earnings and public cloud revenue surged 15%. VRT is up 23%, holding massive gains as AI data center cooling narrative stays undefeated. Beta Technologies up 13%, gapped up on news that Amazon took a 5.3% stake in the electric aviation firm. That's probably for their drone delivery stuff. Dragging the market, looks like Unity Software, that's ticker U, down 32%. Had a dismal week after a Q1 outlook. So if you're looking for a knife catch, that one looks kind of ugly. I wouldn't try to knife catch that one. Mattel, that's MAT, down 26%. Toys aren't trending. Massive guidance miss that has the market at multi-months low. Might be a swing, but it's too early in the year. I would assume. App earnings. Moderna is down 9%. FDA refusal to fast track their new mRNA flu vaccine. It's hitting them hard, with analysts citing increased regulatory scrutiny under the current health administration. If you're looking for speculative side, Bitcoin is sliding towards 66,000, down 3%, dragging Robinhood down 11%. You know, they're warning. Robinhood is warning about cooling in crypto volume. And like Mr. Positive stated, software is bleeding. Salesforce and Adobe are taking hits after the market worries that AI automation might actually replace existing software seats rather than just helping them. Hope you guys don't mind. Midday, it's kind of a tough time to trade. We're in a kind of a range now coming out of New York lunch. So this is a super difficult time to trade. You know, I just got stopped out. So I'm just kind of going over some other news segments affecting the market, you know, things like that. If you guys have questions, folks on the internet, you know, we got Twitch, we got Kick, we got X, we got YouTube, we got YouTube Live. So, you know, drop a question in chat. If you want me to take a look at a chart, would love to do that for you guys. Scroll over to ES, take a look at what ES is doing. Same thing, just kind of consolidating here. Looks like a little bull flag could form on the 5. Okay. ES is starting to catch a bid, the Russell as well. About 2 minutes away from the bottom of the hour. Almost even. Hey, congrats, General. Yeah. Bitcoin breaking 67,000. The alert I just got. Yep, there it is. Like $25 $50. It's getting there. It's going for it. Oh, it's trying to test VWAP in the 200. They're both right there for it. Got a nice little like a W there, but it got invalidated. I can't call that a triple bottom though, because it's too far off. Mm. Well, maybe. Well, then we're going to get a little bit of a pullback before you see that. Let's see. Let's see if we get a little bit of a pullback on this. Everything is trying right now, though. Even the Russell's trying to roll over. All right, there's that rejection. Let's see how far back they pull this back before they let it go. That'd be my only thing on it. One of my wrinkles went off, and when it does that, you'll get a pretty hard rejection. But then the question is will it go after? Because sometimes you'll get that. I'll tell you what, it's not fair that we lost Steve. Been flying blind since we lost him. Well, one thing I was looking at, we were talking about stocks. I was looking at Ford. Ford has my interest. It's a little down for the day, but I think there's some opportunity in it for a decent bounce. Actually, it's flat for the day right now. Had a nice high of the day of 1388, sitting at 1358 right now. But I think we could see that thing bounce significantly. Their earnings weren't too bad. That a solid beat. So their EPS was 13 cents, beat against a 0.06 cent consensus. Revenue was 45.89 billion. Catalyst, while EV division Model E is still bleeding cash, the Ford Pro commercial and Ford Blue gas hybrid are an absolute cash cow. The 2026 guidance, the real needle mover, management just put their chips on the table with the $8 billion to $10 billion EBIT guidance for 2026. Wall Street is cheering the pivot away from pure EV towards high margin hybrids. They are slashing capex on electrics and doubling down on what actually sells trucks and work vans. So the news, Ford is shifting its 2026 Lightning to a EREV, extended range EV platform, by adding a gas powered generator to the electric powertrain. They are targeting a 700-mile range. Wow, that's awesome. This move effectively kills range anxiety for truck buyers and puts Ford in a dominant position compared to pure electric competition that's struggling with infrastructure. Now I'll say that, I noticed it like during the winter break, like when we actually did have some snow here a couple of weeks ago. My wife and my son's EVs, they kind of struggled, trying to get the charger off of the car and trying to open the panel to, plug it back in and stuff. That proved to be kind of difficult because, one, we were ill prepared for it. And two, you could tell that, I guess if we were better prepared, we'd have something to be able to facilitate that we wouldn't have to worry about the freezing of those apparatuses. So might have to definitely invest in something to help us, curve that in the future. But I don't think it's something that you couldn't just, figure out. Yeah, they got Friday, they got dividends coming out Friday also. So if you want a dividend payout of 15 cents, you have to have shares and be holding them into tomorrow's close. NQ starting to make that move up now over the 90 EMA on the 1 minute. Let's take a look at the 3 and see what's happening. A little bit of a bull flag there forming. We're at the bottom side of it. Let's see if it holds. Yes, I do charge the EVs outside. So both of the EVs are sitting outside the house. We don't have them inside. I've offered to bring them inside. We have like 3 garages. But yeah, we don't bring them inside. I told my son to do that before the freeze came. I was like, you should bring your car inside. And he was like, whatever. So he kind of dealt with that on his own. Oh, Wen Moon asking for a friend. Tip says 16 and a half minutes. Wow, 16 and a half minutes. Okay. I like it. Set a stopwatch for 16 and a half minutes. Look at Tip. Shows up his first day back, already giving out financial, non-financial advice. Is anybody longing this already? Still holding along? They came right into my entry though. It actually dipped below my entry. It, mm, long gold. Short. All right. All right. I like it. Could we rent though? You're short 25, 140. Okay. Good luck to you. That's a wide stop. That's, oh, the Bears just stomped on that thing. Whew. Just for you. Uh oh. Uh oh. The bear is here. Hmm. Not a bear. Not a bear, a beer. Mm. Yes, looks gross. So that's the 5 minute. There's like barcoding. I mean, look at that. We haven't really done anything on the 5. Nothing meaningful. Just cooking traders. You got to go into the much lower time frames to even find a trade in this. We're 15 minutes away from the top of the hour as well, team. So don't forget that. That puts us about 2 hours, hour away, hour and 15 minutes away from power hour. That'll be your final session for the trading day. Okay. I guess I can't. The gold is rejecting. Woo! That is some yeah, you're talking about it. Yep. Those are some serious gold numbers right there, my friend. Congrats to you on that. I'm short on gold right now. I got some 2-day out positions short on gold. We'll see. We'll see. Russell's starting to get a little pampy. So is ES. Catching a little bit of that bid. Okay. All right. All right. We see you. We see you there in Q. We're almost back at 290. We had mentioned that earlier. You know, that was an area that was kind of sticky for us. We were struggling there. 123.4. Okay. Let's go. Oh, let's see what we're going to do here. Still got a whole lot of trading day left for today. So don't fear, team. If you guys have missed a trade or struggling, this is the rough part of the day, so best to, if you're unsure, trade paper, ask questions, take a smaller lot size so you're not so risk adverse. it's a good time that you can use a smaller lot size. Although we won't have any moving volume in the market at this hour though. Won't be for another like 20 minutes, I think. That'll be like the 115, 112, right around there, CST that I'm looking for. I think that's when we'll actually see something really happen. Hey, good afternoon, unclear. How are you doing? How's your day going? You getting into some trades this afternoon or this morning? Did you catch some of the morning action? Mike had some bangers this morning. I didn't get what his total was today. I don't know. Probably another $60,000 day for him, though. Sheesh. Be interesting to see what we end up doing end of day. Hmm. Oh man, that's a nasty sell right there. That's some volume. Stepped in the market. Oh, dang. 300 days on those. Sheesh. Okay, General. Okay, let's see what we do here. Well, we get the sell or we get that push here going into the top of the hour. Well, I'm trying to make it go up. Call somebody, tell them to buy. Just trying to push upward though. I still would like to see us at least tap that 25,339 on it in Q. That's your orb low for the day. Now, it looks like we're getting that push now, pushing to 25,301 now. They're trying. What are they going to do? And before we sign off and get ready for the afternoon volatility, we've got some heavyweight specials hitting the shop today to help you level your trading game. If you've been waiting to lock in your edge, now's the time to pull the trigger. We've got Blue Sky 10, get 10% off any license type and terms. We got Blue Sky 15, takes 15. Is that right? Yep. This is for Quant Tower. So if you want a Quant Tower discount, you can use Blue Sky 15 for 15% off all in one for 6 months, or Blue Sky 20 for 20% off all in one for 1 year, or Blue Sky 25 for 25% off an all in one lifetime license for Quant Tower. Sorry, for Quant Tower. So make sure you check that out. Papa just dropped that in the announcements channel this morning. And I believe we still got our launch plans on sale. That's right. 200K statics on sale for $100. 300K statics on sale for $200. I believe a few traders have already taken advantage of that. You do not want to miss those specials, and the grind doesn't stop when the bell closes, because before the bell, we've got Coach Becky and Coach Matt coming in. I think Coach Becky will be coming in here in just a minute, and we'll have Coach Matt in for Power Hour. So the Power Hour team will be here to guide you through the end of day. Then at 6 p.m. Eastern, we've got Coach Breezy is live. That's right. Expect deep dives into price action and the Breezy bias for the overnight session. Followed at 7 p.m. Eastern, we got Coach Blasky taking the mic. He'll be dissecting those gold moves and providing you guys with some high probability setups in the futures markets in the overnight Asia. So stay disciplined, watch those levels. You were close. You were close on the 16 and a half minutes, weren't you? Let's see. Down wants to nuke. Let's see. You said it at 12:36, and that's like 20 minutes. 20 minutes, bro. You were off like 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes, and you would have been locked in. You would have been right there, bro. I would have been like, your guru. Where can I sign up for your course? Oh. When the house of Venus transitions into its moon phase, the markets go up. I am also just making up random stuff. All right. All right, Tip. Oh man. All right. All right. Making stuff up here. Man, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I'll drop in my key areas for today for the afternoon session. Hey, Coach Becky. Good to see
Hey,
you.
how are you? Thanks. Oh man, this market today, this midday is did a little bouncing, huh?
Yeah,
And
yeah, we've got an immediate barrier right now. So right now, 25,339. That's that orb low. And we're in that, we're in that bottom part of that range. If we can, get above it, 25,325. So, but if we can get
right.
above that, we might be able to see a late day rally happen.
Yeah, because we would push back up into those upper areas. That would be cool. I see it. Yeah, we're pushing and printing above VWAP in the range, so IQ says, Becky the Bear, let's go. Teasing. Sometimes. But I see it. We're making higher lows in the last couple of hours. I mean, it's a slow grind, but that's the direction right now. I see it. ES is a little softer on the bulls. And Dow slid back as well. They're all just inside, inside that the first hour's range, the initial bounce. Wait, is Tip to bear too?
Well, Tipped is a purple bear.
Okay.
Ain't
Well, we're
nobody I
friends.
know more bearish than him.
I mean, it's because the elevator, It's just so fun. Hey, my short this morning was slick. Yeah, she does. Yeah, all within their rightful place, right? Within their rightful place is where we want to get those shorts. So far, if you look at like SPY, I mean, it's bearish on the day, but with that early run up, gave us a higher level to short off of. So 2 hours left. We'll see. Tip, how long have you been, trader? Welcome back. I think that's very natural and very healthy to recognize when something's going on personally or health wise or with our important people, to take the space to manage those needs, those relationships, your body, what have you, because it's hard to function in such a high performance activity as day trading when something is subpar and it might be pulling your attention or your energy or focus. It's a very real thing to consider and manage, and taking breaks does not mean you're not a trader. It means you're like managing other things for the moment. And if honestly, it's also like treating trading respectfully, because there is this very strong point of day trading is like a performance athletic sport. It takes high performance focus, intention, planning, risk management. So in order to do that, we really should be trading when we're at our ability to perform at peak. So strong work. And welcome back. I tried that short earlier, right at the end of right at the beginning of New York session. That did not work out.
Mm.
Oh, wah, wah. This is in that tight range. I usually don't trade in that tight range, but I just kept watching. We kept projecting view up, but it stayed tight range bound. I don't know if anyone else had trouble in this mid range, but after that, I was like, went and did other things. Time trader, you're Fred, right? You came to the psychology lab yesterday. Welcome back. It's kind of nice to have a community to hang out with during the day, during trading hours. We got coaches on most of the days, and there's a couple hours here and there where we don't have someone, but pretty much we're always here for you guys.
That's right. We're here throughout the day.
Yeah. Trade out a little bit. Mike's in the morning, Monday through Thursday. Riz holds us down all the time, midday. And I think Matt will be power hour today. He'll come on the last hour and join me. Message action.
Well, Russell's trying to break to the upside again.
I just realized you guys can probably hear my clattering of my keyboard. Is that noisy?
Can't hear it.
Okay, good. I was typing this
Can't hear it
message
at
and
all.
okay, good. You know how it lights you up when it's pulling your sound? It was like all lit up, and I was like, oh, that is like annoying keyboard sound.
No, it's just fine. Could not even hear it at all.
Perfect. Yeah, they are trying. I was looking earlier at my larger time frames, and on ES, there was like a very strong resistance from the end of last week. Well, mid last week, and then today too, and that's that 7,005 level. Anything really in the low 7,000s, right? That's where we've encountered the resistance for months now. Got up just above that this morning again.
Mm-hmm.
The Dow was stronger earlier for a while, but kind of petered out. Just playing with my levels. I'm looking up what the initial balance is for ES today because I bet it is significant. Did anyone calculated it yet?
Mm-mm.
I'll look. It was, yeah.
Could we see a ripper?
80 points. Yeah, 80 points is a big IB for ES. Fits with the inside day we're having afterwards because that's a lot of direction.
Mm-hmm.
There's always potential, but the later it gets in the day, the less appealing it is to hunt that. It'd be great though. I
Yeah,
love
that
day one.
would.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. Gosh, all right. What are they doing? Is the gold and silver any better? Have you been watching those? A little bit more bullish. A little bit better.
Yeah, a
than
little
this
bit more
morning.
bullish on gold right now. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a nice pullback last hour.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're back up. Kind
Been
of like that.
holding.
Mm-hmm. Good trend line on that. 15-minute looks not bad. The argument of if one instrument isn't moving how you like and you have trade time, what else is going on? Yeah, she's kind of lining up there. Interesting to see if we can break this 51.23 on gold. We'll breakout move there.
We get it.
Yeah, if we get it,
Good,
we're
we
heading
get
up.
it. Mm-hmm.
Show us what's up. Volume isn't super impressive there either. Honestly, volume's really settled in on all of them. Settled down. But we talked earlier about like these news weeks, like there was so much volatility this morning, and there's going to be so much volatility probably Friday morning that the in-between period could have this like fizzled out, hurry up and wait kind of energy. Kind of looks like what it's looking like. Scalpers land, unless we get a ripper, a good move.
Yeah, those morning numbers really did a job on us and really gave us the real move in the morning session. Midday fizzed out, but we do have earnings, so we've got some earnings coming in this afternoon. So we're at good levels to where the market could just kind of pivot, and I mean, look at it now. Now we're going for it again now here on NQ. So I think we could see some good moves here in the afternoon session.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this right now. Push it. It really did. Like the bears really tried to hold it under view up and they did not win. So, I mean, that's another sign for this testing that orb blow and the higher support or resistance that we saw this morning.
Yep. All right.
Let's go. Let's go. See, this is the stairs. We're getting some stairs action, which is great. Totally works.
Definitely.
In the stairs, you get nice clean levels for where to put your risk management. Like if you can get in and hold, scale, move your stop after we make another leg up. It's a nice opportunity for riding a trend and managing your risk along the way. We can get these like
Yep.
grinding moves. Like it. Oh, getting close to that orb low on NQ.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's not, but that's okay. See what this looks like. Orb low on ES is 6991.5, looks like. It's a ways from here. I'm gonna have to take out the high of this last couple hours, which would be 79.5. But it's heading that direction.
Yep.
Only 6 more points. This last 50-minute candle that just closed on ES had some nice bullish volume.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Well, let's see if we hold this pivot and continue upward.
So far, it looks like it is.
Mm-hmm. Don't like the volume though. Not a lot of volume in these candles.
Mm-mm. No, it really is like an inside crawl. But there's, there's some points in there.
Well, yo,
What
this
is the
is
earnings
true.
after hours? What do we got for earnings after hours today?
You got Cisco, you got App Loving. Let me get you the rest.
Well, thanks, man.
Alphabet, ARM, Qualcomm, Snap, Elf. Right. Today's Wednesday. Yep.
Mhm. Okay, perfect.
Wait, this is last week's. Yeah, this is last week's.
I thought we
This is
had
not this
alphabet. Okay.
week's. Yeah, this is last week's. Where is this week's profit?
Let's see if I can grab it. Yes, this goes today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cisco's is today. App Loving
Yeah.
is today. I just don't have the chart that has all the earnings on it. I usually drop in.
Oh, okay.
I usually have earnings whisper, but
Yeah.
yeah, where I usually get it from, it's not there.
Yeah, I feel like it's inconsistent earnings whisper. Sometimes it like pops up right away, and sometimes you gotta like log in and go to this other. I don't know. I don't have a consistent
Mm-hmm.
method with them. But McDonald's, Cisco, App Loving, Vertiv, Equinox, Hilton. None of the biggies. At least not jumping out at me. In our podcast that came out this week, Matt was on point with the earnings, and he was mentioning too. This week is a quieter week in terms of the big name that we see. So, those still earnings to count, and there's still trades to have within the earnings there, but not as much of the ones that can cause the bigger moves in the bigger indices. Sometimes we consider those, I mean, just like as big of events as like anything on Forex calendar when it's, Apple or Tesla or whatever earnings, those can cause those moves for sure. Oh, there's the
Mm-hmm.
listing.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, tomorrow mornings is kind of quiet as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have applied materials tomorrow, so that'll be interesting. Rivian, Pinterest, Coinbase.
Yeah, Coinbase, if anyone's in that one. DraftKings is, I know people trade that. Moderna,
DraftKings ought to
Friday.
be good.
Yeah, right? They sometimes get some
Mm-hmm.
moves. What they look like right now. AMAT.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's push this thing. And now we're at the word blow. Let's go.
Hey, I like that.
Mm-hmm. How can we get above it and get into it?
Push, push. It'll be interesting to see if it acts as resistance or not. People are going to be targeting that. Yeah, Applied Materials, I just looked, is pushing at their high, so that's an interesting position to come into earnings tomorrow. Could be the catalyst to
Nice
break the
job.
high or hmm. Hey. Ooh, beautiful. Wait, Perma Bear has been on a wall.
Nice.
That would be a call, I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all trade both sides.
I'm a trick.
Nice work. Beautiful. Now what's she gonna do? Yes, is trying to chase it up.
Yep.
Goes the Dow. Mm-hmm. Definitely a double-edged sword. That's right. Multifaceted. And it's important to stay flexible, right? Be able to see, when one's setting up, when another's setting up, capitalize on the direction. Mm-hmm. That was a nice hit. When it hit that orb low, it made a new high for like this intraday action anyways, not on the day, but interesting setup going into tomorrow. If we end this tight little top heavy dojiest move, it'll be an interesting candle pattern. Fits with that like high base we're getting on the larger time frames in terms of the bullish engulfing from Friday and then the kind of settling in up here. I feel like that pattern can do two things, It can be petering out in resistance, or it can be the bull flag, right? Double-edged sword. Wait and see.
Yeah, on the daily, it does look like a bull flag.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're all turned around already.
Yeah. Yes, looks bull flaggy too, but is higher in their daily range. They're both doing this flag pattern.
Well, let's go. We got a good range to go.
Mm-hmm. Definitely targets. Oh, she's pushing in. She's pushing into that range.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yes, is going too.
Could we have a ripper of a power hour? That would be nice. We haven't had a. Yeah, we could have like a ripper into the power hour. That would be sweet.
Ooh, I'm into it. Let's go. ES has got some strength this last half hour here. She's pumping. Just 1 point away from breaking that high, just like following NQ's lead.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I'm done trading today. I didn't trade. I didn't love my trade today, honestly. Took a loss and then a decent win and then another loss that I didn't even want to trade, but I did anyway. It was sort of impulsive. So I'm like, I shut down my execution charts. It's that damn risk management. But it's good. Happens sometimes. Trading like a professional business, Like if it's not all smooth sailing, like there's preserve the accounts and your integrity, your function, your focus, your time. You can execute on a day when you're fresh. Sometimes that's what happens. And sometimes you're still good and you can take this beautiful long right here when we got above the consolidation. The market's abundant when we are ready and available to trade. I feel like that's good.
Yeah,
Good energy. Right?
I agree.
Yeah. And I don't know where everybody lives, but I'm in the Pacific Northwest and it's so nice out. I'm like, what is happening? We're having the mildest winter in like a really long time. So weird. I kind of like it. It's like high 50s and sunny out there, which is so weird for us right now.
Mm-hmm.
To get outside this afternoon. Which is another benefit of West Coast life. Market closes at 1 in the afternoon, so you can have like the whole afternoon and still like have a very productive trading day. Tick season, yeah, it's true. It changes everything. Like the different, you worry about flooding when it's like a really heavy snow winter, because then all that's going to melt off, and we won't have that concern. But people, we have Mount Hood here in my, I'm like an hour from Mount Hood. And so people will, get season ski passes, and they get, that's a bummer when the snow doesn't come and you paid like $1,000 for a seasonal ski pass. Wah, wah. You never know. That's it, right? You can predict, and then what's going to happen is going to happen. And the weather on the charts, just got to roll with it. All right, we're getting a little resistance here at the orb low. But it makes sense. I mean, we've encountered that along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a little time, see if she's going to hold or push. Continue pushing. Is anyone playing any of these earnings? Have any positions? I'm not. I don't usually. I used to.
In Ford right now. I'm in some swing
Ford?
alongs on Ford off of their earnings from yesterday.
Ooh, nice.
I want to see if we'll catch a bounce here tomorrow or before Friday, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron, you got in that situation, the ski pass situation too. Yeah. Yeah, gosh, some years it's like it's perfect conditions, and some years it's like this. Yeah. Well, we won't have as much flooding, right? And who knows?
Oh,
It's
that's a
not
good
over yet.
day.
Sometimes we get wicked springs, like sometimes we can get like crazy snowstorms in the spring. It's not over till it's over. It will be when it doesn't flood, though. We'll see.
Hey, bored and hungry. I remember you as Omaro. You're bored and hungry. I'm hungry. I haven't had no breakfast, nothing.
Oh, Chris, you make me want to mom at you, because I'm like,
I'm
you
terrible.
got
I have
you
like the
can't
worst
reply.
eating habits.
My friend. It's funny. Waji's not in here right now, but she's in here sometimes. She's my accountability partner and longtime friend. And when she knows I have these busy schedules where I'm like streaming and trying to catch this other class and doing, and she'll message me like around this time, like, "Did you eat?" Because I'm great with it, but I'm like, yeah. I don't think I'm as bad as you, Riz, but sometimes I do that too. Why am I so frustrated? Oh yeah, I need to
Haven't
change.
eaten.
Yeah, it's a
Yep,
part
pretty
of
much.
brain function, right? It's a little better to eat. We can get you to set an alert on your phone. No? What about office snacks? Does anyone have office snacks for when you're hungry? Or wherever you trade at anyway?
I used to. Sometimes I do. It just depends if the wife has re-upped me on snacks.
Mm, if you're loaded or not.
Yeah,
Good wife.
pistachios, what almonds. I like to eat almonds. That's good for like headaches. It's a natural aspirin.
Almonds are good for a lot of things. Like they're just really good. They got protein and oh, Moro. I
Trail
feel like
mix and sorry.
it's gonna be tricky to get to a payout when you're not eating though, Amaro. You gotta look at all this good advice for snacks. Coffee is not considered food. Well, okay. Do you put protein powder or collagen powder in your coffee? Because I'm not gonna lie, I do that, and it's been a game changer for me. It's I don't know if everyone shops at Costco, but they have a collagen powder, and it has some protein in it and collagen, obviously, and like I could go like hours after just having like my cup and a half of morning coffee with the collagen powder and a little almond cream in it.
No.
Yeah, dude. No, you don't taste it. It doesn't have flavor. It literally it's flavorless powder. You just dump in your coffee and it tastes exactly the same. It really does because you mix it when it's hot. It stirs in really well. I think they're getting better with like making these things blendable, like blending and not being like chalky or whatever. Because you don't even know it's there, but you feel different. I feel different because it like tides me over better longer. I feel like
That's
the older
cool.
I get, I'm getting these hacks. Where I'm like I need to make my life work better and feel
Mhm.
better or yeah. Well, success hack there for you. But then I get in a situation where I don't eat real food because the coffee will tide me over enough that all of a sudden it's like lunchtime. Meh. That's life. We don't punish ourselves for auto liquidation though. We gotta fuel and reset and be patient and recognize that it was a day and we gotta have the best setup for our next trading opportunity, right? Like get back in
Yeah.
sync. Faith in the process. I feel like that's how you get to be long time in this game. Of like letting the days come and go. Not all of them are going to be as pretty as we like. They can all teach us, and big picture, comes along. We're all coming along. Plus, we get to hang out while we grow as traders, which is even better,
Absolutely.
right? Community and feeling the experience of other traders too, like knowing you're not alone and all the experiences. Ooh, tilapia ceviche. See, Omaro is hungry. Thinking about the recipes.
Making me hungry.
This
We're
is
talking about
ceviche karate.
ceviche and tilapia. Jeez Louise. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Pistachios are also a very solid office snack. That's a good point.
Yeah, pistachios are good.
The salt and pepper ones. Mm. 24 hours to make. Oh, because you want like the seasonings to like soak in. Like a marinade almost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, Ace, on these slow grind days. Talk a little bit about what sounds good.
Well, we're both back in the orb now.
Yeah, we are. Like holding inside it a little bit. Yes, it's really close to breaking that level. Like I really want to break 79.5 because that would be, you know, a new high intraday here. Ooh, cook the tilapia with the lime juice. I bet the flavor would be amazing. Oh yeah, sticks. You guys, my both of my kids are Boy Scouts, Cub Scout, Boy Scout. That's something that we do, and so they're coming up on their fundraiser where it's going to be jello and meat sticks. It's like that'll probably be my snack for a while. Kids fundraiser snacks.
Mm.
Oh, RQ for the win. Good job, RQ. Good team. Ask questions, get answers. Arguing over this level. Get out of
The
the way.
meat box.
Man,
Is that even
snacks.
real meat? Is that even real meat?
I feel like in meat sticks, there's not really a great way to know. Unless you're involved with the butcher, I guess. There's some variety there, some potential for variations, maybe. What about fruit? No one mentioned fruit. Apples.
No, nobody mentioned fruit at all.
This is solid snacks. It gives some glucose and some vitamins. That's my go-to. But it doesn't last as long, you know. All right, what do the Bears got? What are they going to do?
Mm-hmm. The 5ES is
Rolling.
coming down to VWAP.
Oh, man. Money bags are definitely real. Okay, aim for that. I feel like these bears right now are like just a part of the day we're having. That's how it goes. A little pushback. Interesting to see if they can though have a little pullback maybe because we're coming into power hour. If they do a little pullback now, it could be a nice setup for one more leg, you know? Timing wise.
Could be.
The worst.
We'll get the sell over with early. That way we get the push into power hour.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Could be all right.
I mean, now Nasdaq is green 0.47 for the day. ES is green 0.2%.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Oh. My goodness. Gold too has had a little bit of a pullback here. I was hoping they would make a higher high on the intraday for the day today, and they're pulling back a little bit before they got there. So we'll see if they can hold up here on this little pullback. That's tipped, my guy. Straight flush. Come on now. It looks, it's been pushing, but we're pushing up into resistance too. We're also pushing up into that orb, right? And then we had that big bearish move this morning. So they could try to defend. Yeah, it's very tight on the New York Open tomorrow. Came back to that orb, opening range. So
Oh, Russell's pushing.
go. It hasn't been a big response by the Bears, really. Just a little one. Yeah, playing games. Well, gold just broke below my little trend line there. We'll see. What are you gonna do, lady? We'll see how it retests VWAP here. That'll be important to hold above that at this point in the day. Come on. Hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
The volatility.
Mm-hmm. It's been decent. I get to get out of the chop zone, like it's trying here.
Yeah, definitely not bad. I think, like we discussed, though, this is going to be a telling time for us. Is that, is this the pullback before the rip for power hour?
Mm-hmm. Agreed. It's good. It's healthy pullbacks, give us opportunities to add in or to see, where we're going, if it's holding. So we shall see here. Tomorrow, thanks for hanging with us, even if you're not still throwing contracts around. Nice to have you in here.
Mm-hmm.
Community vibe. Man, ES threw down that wick. Do you see that? Ooh. And Q2, but not quite as severe as ES's. Dang.
Oh.
Down up there. She took out all the stops that were sitting behind VWAP.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was a nasty stop loss hunt.
It really was. Is it intention or was it a stop loss hunt? Now it's like, because if you were long and it still continues to march up, that's some special kind of kindness. But if it's an intention of the bears, we'll see. Oh, happy to be entertainment tomorrow. I know 25K is a peeling level tipped. I'm not even gonna lie, that it's like pulling at it, right? I'm surprised it didn't hit it this morning. I thought when we were rejecting that VWAP, like I felt like that was a solid bet, but it held. The bulls are defending that whole zone. That's what we've seen. All right, then keep defending, right? Hold it together. We'll stay flexible and see what she's got. Yeah, I think the bulls are really trying today to hold up here. So for me, it feels like this is going to be an inside day. Like it's kind of like the writing's on the wall. And I could absolutely be incorrect on that. But it's a large IB, a nice strong move, the volume petering out, everything else been inside that initial balance. At this late in the day, it's less common, I think, for initial bounce break. Not that it can't happen, and especially power hour can do ridiculous things. That's why we lovingly refer to it as power hour. Sometimes there's some energy. Or a well-placed tweet. Could be.
A well-placed tweet. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. It's a real point. In this day and age, these are facts. Back when there used to be a time when tweets did not move the market. That is we're staying flexible and fluid with the world that we live in, which means X matters. Come on. See if they're going to defend. Ooh. The diamond looks like what? It's going to come back in? Right? That's interesting. It's a very pretty shape. Because it could look like just like an opening wedge, but a diamond is interesting. I mean, I like it when consolidation tightens, because then when the breakout could be like coiling, coiling for a big pop. And so I mean, if the diamond pattern is a pattern, like it kind of looks kind of boss for like getting tighter, 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 and then popping after it, creates the edge in the middle there. That's cool. Keep us posted on how it goes. What it looks like after more data. I'm curious. Come on, what you gonna do? This fits, you know, coming into power hour, it's holding. It's not dropping straight through VWAP here. Just plain. It's pretty. So in this candle pattern that you're showing, it looks like the bearish pattern tomorrow from that screenshot. So we pushed up and now we're consolidating. So if, I mean, I suppose the thing would be which way does it break, you know? In that picture, it breaks lower, so. Because it also could, it's like flaggish, you know what I mean? It's a variety of flag. It's nice. I love patterns. Diamond hands is a choice. I love diamond hands, but with active stop management, which generally means my diamond hands are paper hands. I gotta sort that out because I gotta just not, I don't know. I think it's my size. I think I need to improve my diamond handing with size control. Like just entering with whatever normal size, but then having at least one micro to play with, to diamond hand, right? Even one micro that you hold. But every time I try, I will end up squeezing it and how to work past it. We each have little things that we do in a certain kind of way that we recognize there's room for improvement. And I think that's different for everybody because we're just different people, different experiences, different tendencies. And so when you come to the market, like certain things will be harder for one person and easier for another and vice versa, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's good to know what we're good at and work on the rest. I can scalp the crap out of it and make points on little trades, but to hold longer, I want to get better with that this year. See, and I'm saying it out loud to a group of friends so you guys can pick on me about it and help encourage me. What family's for? I feel like there's got to be an inside range. What is it like? I mean, maybe cardboard hands. Maybe I'm in between paper and cardboard hands, but I'm not to diamond hands. There should be a scale. That's what I think. There should be a scale. What do you think, Riz?
We still got 4 minutes till the top of the hour. I want to see what we do. I mean, we're still above the 200 here.
Yeah.
Russell is looking like it wants to reject, maybe sell a little. And shake off those last 0 DTEs.
Yeah. Great point, Amaro. Every strategy, even if it's like a strategy from someone you super trust and they stand behind in a million ways, still study it, make it your own, see it play out, back test it a little bit, trade it with small size, repeat it. Nothing is an end all be all. Otherwise, we would all be millionaires. And something that is a good strategy for a lot of the time won't work every time too. So learning the little tells of different strategies of what conditions they are ideal in and what conditions they don't really work well in. There's a lot of things to figure out with every pattern and strategy, and certain market conditions, certain patterns are more reliable versus less. Always a lot to consider, I think. We're holding above VWAP on ES.
We're holding, yeah. We're in a good spot.
Yeah. Kind of like it as a
Intraday
setup.
highs. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're fairly situated well to take out the morning open if we wanted to.
Yeah. I like it. Let's go.
Morning low, our way to 25K. All right. So Tipped is looking for those lower lows. He wants to see those lows taken out.
It could happen.
It could happen. It could turn it around right here. I mean, the Russell is not over the 200. It stayed below.
Mm-hmm. I
It
haven't seen
pushed
a
us
loss,
back
right?
under the low. Yeah, they pushed us right under the orb low again as well. So that would put us for more downside. A 359 dump candle. Yeah, we probably could see that. See if the volume
certainly-
does.
Yesterday ended bearish too, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yesterday dumped into the close. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And welcome to Power Hour team. Good luck in the last hour of the New York cash session today.
See what she's got. It's been an interesting session,
Yes, it has.
through the labor and the big swings early. What's up, Matt? Welcome. Now we're positioned. We'll see. Right mid-range here with an hour left.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Coach Matt. Right on. I decided to stay. The action was too good. I didn't want to leave.
Right, hanging out.
Yeah,
It's a
Becky
good
was
team.
here. I didn't want to burn out. Yeah. Becky, you were here. So I was like, I'll hang out.
Right? Let's hang. Good. I enjoy it. Good people.
Too late. It's too late. He's scanning the chat. He's scanning the chat tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to tell him about this diamond. We're going to talk about this. We like diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Maybe I got to really dial in that strategy.
Yeah.
Right? The saying, like diamonds built under pressure, like there's some good diamond things. No? No, Morrow? Come on.
What's up, Becky? What's up, Riz?
What's
Amaro?
up?
I don't know if it's what's up. What's going on?
Okay, you gotta scroll.
That-
Scroll up a little bit. We're talking
Gotta
diamonds.
scroll? All right, I'll scroll.
Patterns. Patterns is your jam. One of your jams. You have a lot of jams.
Patterns is definitely one of them.
Right?
Scrolling up in the chat is definitely not one of them, though.
Sorry, we've been hanging out.
The diamond chart pattern.
That's the one.
Amaro's driving me nuts with those pivots. I see it. It's like an inverted megaphone pattern, Amaro. Yeah, it's like a double dip megaphone pattern. We're gonna call it the diamond reversal. I'm okay with it. I'll allow it.
It's kind of pretty.
It's
can
got a
see it.
megaphone turned into a pinch. Oh man, I could already see it tomorrow. I could already see it. Megaphone to a pinch. Look at that explosive volatility coming out of the pinch. That's the diamond pattern. Let's go. Get ready for your diamond hands.
Cheers.
All right, we're going to officially put the diamond pattern in the Blue Sky technical playbook, and we'll teach it in one of the next 30 pattern discussions we teach.
Yes. Killed it tomorrow.
What'd you guys think of labor data today?
This was an interesting morning. Goodness, like I enjoyed the moves. Not gonna lie, but I don't know. We'll see. I know engineers. See, okay, look at these guys. I agree.
I
Too much
thought
yes.
I don't have it. I don't have a hot take on the technicals. I know Ace and me are seeing eye to eye on this. We don't even have to say it. Like, we're seeing eye to eye on this one. Headline 130 beat with the revision of 900,000 for last year. Wow. If you believe that headline beat with the revision of 900,000, I got some land on Mars to get you guys interested in. Woo-wee. They cheated too well on that one, Ace. Yeah, they did.
If it
Yeah,
was
they
good,
did.
why didn't they release it on Friday?
Yeah, they needed 5 more days to work
Yeah.
on it. That's why.
Make that shit up.
The Chinese were extremely impressed with the level of data. Let's just say that.
Well, at least someone was excited.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I saw that headline number and I'm like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've seen in 6 months. Wow. And
That's why the
market,
market took it back.
listen, if it's a 130, if it's a 130 jobs report, we're breaking out of 7K. Like, the markets, algos took it up. Everybody in the market simultaneously said the exact same thing. That's nonsense.
Yeah.
And stuck back in range.
Well,
But no, I did not believe the data that came out today.
yeah.
Although I do think the revisions tell a very interesting story about what's happening in the labor market underneath the surface. And I find that data, like the headline number, I could honestly care less about. I don't believe it, and I don't think anybody else should. But the underlying data coming out of the labor market today was actually fascinating, given the fact that when you look into when you go into the industry level and you look at where industries are getting impacted both on the positive and the negative. Let me just put it like this. Human beings that need other human beings are seeing job creation. Anybody else is seeing a loss in jobs. Healthcare services, for example, sees big increases in job growth in 25. Construction is seeing relatively increase in job performance in 25 and early 26. You deal with anything that has anything to do with the AI, and we're seeing contraction in job growth.
Right.
And it stands out to me. And by the way, I think the financial services industry is next on the list to get absolutely shellacked from the AI side of the equation. Think what software has been doing over the last 3 months. Financial services, we saw some reports the last 48 hours on the financial services AI side of the equation, the things that they're coming out with. You're not going to need a person to have that conversation with on when you call into your bank and get some services there. And so it's been the backdrop on the labor side of the equation is fascinating. The headline nonsense is, in my opinion, headline nonsense.
Yeah. More interested in the actual real numbers that are giving information about our literal country and humans.
Yeah.
And,
The only thing I care about in jobs data is the revisions. The revisions tell truth. The headline numbers are fairy tales. Like,
headlines.
the headline numbers are literally fairy tales. Like,
Yeah.
they're not even sniffing accuracy. Not sniffing accuracy. And this isn't just a current situation. This goes back about 2 years now, where the headline numbers create liquidity events, but they don't have any lasting power. Biden's last year in office, we had an 840,000 revision to the downside in 24. I saw a lot of people on the right spill a lot of ink talking about how the job performance in 24 was not nearly as good. Last year, we had an 897,000 revision to the downside from March to March. In fiscal year 25, we had, 410,000 revision to the downside. The last 2 months got revised by 17,000 jobs. And I guarantee when we look back at this jobs number 2 months from now, this jobs number is probably going to be in the, I would say it's probably going to have a 40,000 revision to the downside. And so revisions tell truth, in my opinion. And you know, I think it's easy to blame political forces on this. I think it was easy to blame Biden in 24, and I think it's easy to point to, you know, the BLS in 25 and say it's an administration problem. And I would agree with both of those points to a certain extent. But I think moving into the future, the headline numbers are going to become less and less important on the labor side because it's also extremely difficult to get an accurate number in this day and age in the labor force. Think
Yeah.
about what we were 30 years ago, the numbers were extremely accurate because people had traditional jobs, 9 to 5s. They went to
Easy
their
to
job,
track.
came home, went to their job, came home. Company reported it. Didn't have a lot of, you know, changes all the time. Now we live in an AI world where we live in a gig economy where contracting work is as popular as employment work. And so most people on the contracting side have multiple different contract jobs. Most people on the labor side have a contract job outside of that. That's what a gig economy kind of does.
Prefer
And
not to report any of it.
yeah, well, some of it, yeah, at a minimum, some of it. And
Yeah.
so it's very hard, in my opinion, to even get. Like, if you put me in charge of the BLS, I'm certain we would have a more accurate number, but it would not be the all end, all be all truth of the labor market environment because of the difficulty of the reporting structure and the environment in general.
Yeah.
But I think the underlying story is absolutely AI is crushing certain industries from a job growth, and AI is absolutely crushing certain demographics as well. Recent college graduates, my goodness, the things that we have told that generation to do, go to school, get a job, and now AI takes all of it. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, I feel bad for that generation.
It's a big changing of everything. And
Right now, tips, more than one. Like, that's why it's, again, it's you know, it's a different economic system than what our, hell, it's a different economic system than when I was going through college. You know, back in the late 90s and early 2000s. You know, coming out of college, like, unemployment was like 8%. Oh, we'll all have robots eventually, and we'll all have UBI and universal basic income and all of that, but we're going to have to go through Terminator 2 first. And so get excited for that.
Yeah, we got to wait for Skynet.
Yeah, it's called Sam Altman.
TBD. Man, we are still so tight today. Just hanging around, hovering that, oscillating around that VWAP area.
Tipped, I got that. I'm right there with you. The AI agent's taking hold there, brother. I have an opinion at the 6980 level. That's a good breakout level.
Yeah, we tried twice. This
Yeah,
last one, I was watching it, man. My alert is set and it never triggered.
real close on that level too, both times. I was very
Yeah.
interested on this latest one about 30 minutes ago. Just
Yeah.
didn't get
We
above
were
it.
watching,
But
man. It couldn't do it.
same thing on the downside too, by the way. The 53 level on the ES. I have interest there as well. I don't have a lot of interest in between that range right now.
Yeah, because it's just doing this oscillating around, chopping.
And I'm gonna finish RQ sentence. Gold's been a little bit too shaky on that 5100 level today. Feels like the ES and 7K there, RQ. Although I will take a trade above 5120. It's currently at 5110.
Yeah, I thought earlier potentially it could break that 51, 20, 30, but it slid back. Maybe she's trying again now, though.
I mean, it's not a bad look. Like,
Mhm.
I like the daily look of gold. Hasn't done anything wrong. And it hasn't even been volatile today. It's just been shaky price action.
Mm. That's a good way of putting it. Shaky price action.
By the way, can anybody tell me off the top of their head how many days out of the last 25 this S&P 500 has attempted to break out of 7K? How many times out of the last 25 trading sessions has the S&P 500, without counting cheaters?
I'm going 4.
4.
Without counting.
It's 17. 17 out of 25.
Where it's poked it and fell on back in?
Mm-hmm. Where it's tested on the daily chart. Yeah, it's 17.
Dang, you're right. I mean, of course you're right. Obviously you had that number, but
Well, I did it earlier today. I cheated.
yeah, that's a lot. Because we've been
Well,
flirting with it for like 3 months.
Well, like when we saw the initial response to the labor today, obviously we saw that pump above 7K come right back down, after it closed underneath the orb. But like it just sparked the thought. How many times have we done this?
'Cause it
And
feels
it's
like a
17
million.
out of 25 we've done this.
Mm.
Well, ES is running sideways, but like to me it's pretty simple to understand. Cyclical is running hot and software is as horrific as it's been in a long time. And so you got cyclicals running amazingly well right now. And energy is just sexy right now. I said this about specialty chemical companies yesterday. Specialty chemical companies out of the basic material space are absolutely just flying, probably the most aggressive area of the entire market. I'm seeing trends in cyclical that reminds me of trends in AI 2.5 years ago. Not only are they on fire tip, they're like, I was looking at Halliburton and Schlumberger earlier today, like both of them on potential breakouts. But when you look at the drillers, like drillers are pretty far overextended right now. So I'm kind of thinking, Tip, we might get a little bit of slowing momentum in the drillers and maybe get those services positions to catch a little bit of love here. But whether it's services or the drillers, I mean, they're doing great right now. Industrial components doing absolutely fantastic. Pam Bondi talking about the Dow at 50K on the hill today during the AG testimony in front of Congress had me laughing, by the way. But you're seeing massive moves in cyclical, like massive moves in cyclical. And you're also equally seeing massive moves to the downside in anything related to software. And so with the ES kind of just basing there, remember the ES is always a weighted index, which means it's always going to give more weight to the mega cap areas of the market than those cyclical components. I think energy represents like 3% of the entire S&P 500, whereas, let me put it like this. If you added up every cyclical area of the market, there's hundreds of stocks. They don't equate to the weight of the Mag 7. And so when Mag 7 is basically flat to down and software is getting slaughtered, but cyclical's firing, that equates to basically a neutral trend. But it's not telling the truth behind the surface. Like we've seen massive rotation from software to cyclical over the last couple months. And ultimately, when you think back to the ultimate best bull markets, and I do believe we're in a bull market, but when you go back and you look at the price response from a sector rotation perspective within the backdrop of a bull market, hot areas get overextended, profit taking occurs, and that profit taking rotates into areas of the market that have not been participating. And so that's what I'm interested in here. Let the momentum play out in the cyclicals. Once we start to see profit taking there, I'm willing to bet we start to see a little bit more love on the tech side. Do you know who didn't short Meta tipped? I saw this one today.
Uh-oh.
What's the guy's name? I cannot believe I'm forgetting his name.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe this. This is driving me nuts. Bill Ackman. Thank you. Bill Ackman took a 10% position size in Meta. Now, the only reason we know that now is because they're going to be filing 13Fs. But Ackman came out today and said he took a position late 25 in Meta, arguing of deeply undervalued. Right now, he's about flat on the position. And so it represents about 10% of Pershing Square's portfolio right now. That is fascinating. Yeah, Ace, 100%. Now do it on the S&P. Like the Max 7 takes up so much percentage of it. Like NVIDIA, yeah, exactly. So basically in just the top four, NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, we're talking about over a fifth of the entire index just on those four. Just on those four. And then you add in Meta, Broadcom, Tesla, to Berkshire, which is cyclical. Like those 9 stocks take up as much as the rest of the entire index. So
Massive influence.
yeah, when you see the S&P flat, sometimes it can give a real fake read technically when you don't also focus on sectors because of the weighted criteria of the S&P. If you want to look at the fundamental true nature of the S&P 500, it is not ES. That is a mini Nasdaq, is what the ES is. And from a day trader's perspective, that's one of the reasons I like it. It's less volatile, but it moves a lot of times in the same direction. If you want to look at the truth of the market, look at RSP. RSP is the equal weighted S&P 500, and that thing isn't slowing down. Maybe a little bit. It is overextended right now.
Great point.
So, Tiff, would you say don't do a bull put spread on Meta? Because I've been thinking about it.
Cold.
Now, mind you, I would be doing the 600 strike price, but
Who's looking? Man, I wonder how it's going to end here. We got 40 minutes left, and it's like just flirting right around the way we opened today.
Mm-hmm.
Wait and see.
But
we're
GS
literally
wants to
stuck in
break.
the middle of a range.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't break higher, so she's sliding back. There's a little time left. Kathy getting smoked. That's not new, right? Margie, did you ever follow ARK? Their holdings, like that mentor we had a few years ago was all about ARK. One of the groups, Waji, I think Fatima was in too there. Okay, yeah, it was, you know, the guy. He was all about Kathy Woods, and so I started watching her. I had her thing feed me alerts and stuff, and been mixed results.
Kathy Wood is a one-trick pony.
Yeah, I had to stop. I had to stop with all that noise. But this trader was a big fan.
There's things I really like about what Kathy Wood does, you know, focusing on disruptive innovation. Obviously that's been a winner in some capacity, specifically with her call on Tesla. But outside of the call on Tesla, she's had a very, very, very mixed track record, I would say. And if you ever want to go find like, I want to go see a company I've never heard of, go look at the ARK holdings. You'll find a lot of companies you've never heard of. Tipped. I was reading an article this morning about how servicing the U.S. debt will lead to the downfall of our current currency. Most of the 1% believe it's already out of control, and if you own assets, you'll be placed on the universal income. How do I answer that, Tipped? Servicing our debt will not lead to the downfall of our currency. 40 trillion in debt will do it for it. And no, a 200 basis point reduction in the interest rate as proposed yesterday by the president will not fix the problem. It will compound the problem and make it worse. It will help short term, be disastrous long term. There is no easy solution to our issue with debt, spiraling debt. And so
brewing for decades.
if you want to know exactly what's going to happen, the central bank over the next 3-5 years will be creating centralized digital currencies, and they will shield the U.S. debt within those central digital currencies and devalue the debt over time through CDEs. And so there's very creative ways to get out of the type of inflation or debt that nations have went through over time. And all of them typically result in massively devaluing the underlying currency or killing the underlying currency associated to the debt or the inflationary problem in general. Think back Weimar Republic, 1919 through 1923. 1919 German mark to US dollar ratio was 4-1. By 1923, it was like 4 trillion to 1. At that point, there's no solution to saving the currency. And remember, debt is just an association of currency. Currency is just an association of debt. They're one and the same. Both debt and currency can be utilized to purchase. They can both be utilized in every single capacity. One is you have already made it. The other one is you promise to make it in the future. But they're very similar. And so the only way to get out of these situations is either one, you have to figure out creative ways to devalue the debt and thus put that debt on others over time, or two, you kill the currency associated to the inflation. So debt versus inflation in the macro answers to both of those problems are different. So if it's debt, you try to basically devalue the debt over time by hyperinflating your currency to allow you to pay down the debt. That's been used 100 times in the last 100 years by major countries out there. With the central banks creating digital currencies, they'll hide the debt and devalue the debt within the backdrop of the central digital currencies. The other way is if you have hyperinflation, is to kill the currency and issue a new currency. And so, typically speaking, when you're running the debt to GDP ratios that we can have some degree of sustainability for say another decade or so. But in between now and then, you could probably expect a tremendous amount of devaluation of anything you own outside of asset classes. Aaron, they're the exact same. The only difference is how we as people think about them, because our relationship to money leads us to false assumptions about currency. By the way, I don't think we're going to kill the dollar. I just think we're going to massively devalue it.
Wow. Goodness.
Oh, you don't want the end conclusion of that.
Such a ray of sunshine today, Matt.
Buy gold and everything's happy.
I'm bullish on gold.
Why do you think I own gold?
Yeah, I hear you on that.
When you understand what your country and governments, and specifically the central banks through the Bank of International Settlements, does when it comes to currency, you'll have a belief in gold too.
Yeah, it's very valid. Completely. Yeah.
Gold's in front of NVIDIA for me, but slightly. Jaja. I love me NVIDIA as well. Like, it's like, ask me which one was my favorite kids. Like,
Right now, it's got to be Nora. Right?
she melts me. She has me wrapped. There's no doubt.
Oh, such a love.
Mm-hmm. She smacks me in the face. I'm like, what do you need, baby?
Do no wrong.
I don't like if NVIDIA was deeply overextended to the top side, I'd be like, yeah, you might want to wait, Aaron. That's more of a weekly chart conversation, but I have no problem. I'm old enough to not worry on the investing side of the equation about do you have the perfect technical formation to start buying a stock you want to own for the next 20 years? Probably not. Probably not. So if you do it like that, like just slowly build over time. Slowly build over time. On any investment, I'd never come out full position on an investment. Like I like to build into things over time, add at key levels, until I get to my max position type thing. And then just rock cover calls until you're over max position and then dump some of those shares back to the market to reallocate to your max position. By the way, that's investing covered calls 101.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I honestly do. I Aaron, I don't know how old anybody is here, but it is never a bad thing to start building cash flow philosophies in your long-term portfolio. It is never a bad thing to start having time work for you instead of time working against you. I don't care if you're 20, 40, 60, 80, doesn't matter to me. Time can either work for you or time can work against you. You get to choose.
Gonna pass anyway. Might as well capitalize.
I always say it. 10 years is
Right.
going to happen anyways. You might as well have some assets you can stare at.
Right. That phrase, just because, when's the perfect time to plant a tree? 20 years ago or today? Like you got one option. So,
Exactly.
mhm.
But I mean, there's obviously discussions to had about tactically how do you want to go about that? Do you want, but yeah, I mean, NVIDIA hasn't done a thing for 6 months. Like we're not talking about overextension here.
Buy the dip.
Oh, the ES. Do something.
She's sliding back to close out here, it looks like.
Here, it's sliding slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Sliding slightly.
Slow move.
Okay. Still in that range we established 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Inside the bigger range.
Pretty clean at those ranges too, like on the support and the resistance levels on those ranges on the ES.
Yeah, kind of obvious. Well, maybe it's setting up for a strong end of the week, Some doji day up at resistance again.
Mm-hmm.
Daily chart, it'd be 3 slowing momentum candles in a row, dialing that in.
Mm-hmm. Full flag. Maybe number 20 is the charm, huh? Maybe lucky 21. Maybe we'll push it till Friday.
Lucky
Lucky
21, right? Let's hit that blackjack number. Let's go.
Hey, I love blackjack.
Let's hit that blackjack number. I'm terrible at blackjack.
I love blackjack. That's my fave.
Like I always think about the probabilities, and the guy next to me always does something stupid, and I always get frustrated and leave.
Because you get the people who have no idea, and then you're like,
Listen, if third base doesn't hit or not when they're supposed to, I'm out. like done.
Can't do this table. Can't handle it.
Mm-mm.
I think it's just a fun game to me, and I never go in with like size, you know what I mean, or like massive intentions, and so I can just smile and nod and talk about it later.
I was one time at a blackjack table and I had like, I can't remember, this is like 10 years ago, but like a dealer was showing 6. I had it like a 13 or 14. So what are you supposed to do if you're showing 13, 14, dealer's showing 6? Like, what do you do?
Hit.
Okay. You're hitting, Becky. What are you doing, Riz?
He's trading right now. He's busy.
Riz is like,
No,
I'm gonna hit
no.
this short.
Can you repeat that question again? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good, bro. You let the dealer bust, right? You hold, let the dealer bust. I agree, Aaron. So guy on third has 16. Okay, 16. Guy on third has 16. Dealer showing 6. What does the guy on third do? I have $50 down in a bet. What does the guy on third do?
He hits.
He hits.
What card do you have?
Okay. I had like a 13. I was waiting on the dealer to bust.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Aaron, I didn't even wait to see the card he had. I got up and left. I left my $50 on the table. I was so mad that he hit. I just left the $50.
Aw.
Not kidding. I was like, it ain't worth it. You have it.
Dude,
Here,
I meant
you obviously need it. Go.
That's like the best.
Nonsense.
Aw.
And you know what I did? I went down, sat down at a 5 nickel slot for like an hour. I felt good about it too.
Funny.
It was RQ sitting on third base, by the way.
It was, Becky not paying attention.
Yeah, that's right, RQ.
You never hit on
like
13.
Yeah. Not
The
when
rule
dealer's
is,
showing 6.
yeah, you don't hit on 13.
When the dealer shows a 6, you're like solid because they have to hit if they have, yeah.
Yeah.
You
And they
double
probably
down? Ted, no, you do not. You do not double down.
Yeah, that's right. Double down 7 times in a row, Ted. Never goes wrong, right? Squat's like,
Mm-hmm.
Split 8's even better.
Seems fine.
Well, actually, 6s are the worst, I think.
Yeah.
If you ever want to be universally hated by the casino, just go be the don't come bet on craps. Bet against the entire table. They'll hate you in a heartbeat. Yeah, Aaron, I don't know craps either. I'm terrible at craps.
I don't either.
I just go splash some down, lose some money, have some fun. Like,
yeah.
I'm terrible at craps.
That's the best approach to all the gambling games anyway.
Agreed. You agreed.
Mm-hmm.
My brother was a professional poker player for 10 straight years.
Ooh.
Literally.
Oh, that's cool.
Got paid parents' fees, everything to show up just to hotels, just to drive poker rooms. He was so good at poker, but how good he was at poker, he lost everything at craps.
They're very different games.
Everything. Like he would run 12 straight hours playing. What's it called?
Excellent. Thinking in Bets. She's a world-class poker player, and she's written several books and does educations internationally, but it's really good about probabilities and weighting bets and thinking about your strategy, and it's excellent.
The professional gambler mindset is actually a fairly similar one to the professional trader one.
It really is.
From a mindset, risk, probability. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about me at a poker table. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the other dudes at a poker table.
Yeah, it's very much similar. Risk management, not getting tilted, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, this is my thoughts on this.
But there's nothing like playing poker with a bunch of day traders.
Right? We would have some things to say. It'll be an interesting poker table,
That would be a fantastic game.
right?
Friday nights tipped in the Blue Sky Discord channel.
I don't know, Tipped. It's been a while. I haven't played poker with you guys in a while. I used to always play poker with my old trade buddies. So Tip, Num, and a few others. Apple Bottom Jeans, Levi, those guys there, they would always hang out with us and we'd end up having a big poker game and stuff. Run a few hours.
Fun.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
used to
me
do
too.
it on Fridays.
Right, because the market's closed. It's hangout time.
Yep.
Good time. I feel like you
It's
guys take
time
the
to
edge off,
learn.
like, yeah.
Well, if we ever get poker up and running here and we do a little poker room, don't assume I ever bluff, guys, because I don't bluff. I play strength and I'm patient.
Play strength, never bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
Just gotta
trading
get-
would
just
come
gotta
through
throw-
in your
gotta
poker
throw
style.
them off the trail there, Becky. Gotta get
Yeah.
you gotta keep them guessing here.
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen? Nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got to be easier to bluff in a virtual game.
I never come in over the top on a 2-7 offsuit. I never do it. Ever. Ever.
Excuse me.
Big Al, yeah, we need to hang out. We can all learn. I'm rusty, not even gonna lie. I haven't played poker in any sort of a real capacity in years. It's like college life. It was a minute ago. I think it'd be fun to re-engage.
Oh, I love playing poker. I think it's fun. Just casually, just
Right.
hang out. Especially if you're hanging out with a group, and you just have cool conversations.
Right.
Aaron, I'll take a 4-6 offsuit. I'll take it to the river. I'll pay to see, brother. Uh-huh.
Huh.
But then again, I don't bluff either, so we'll just have to wait to figure that one out.
No regrets.
Yeah, Tipped is right. The degens always all in, and then the real traders, yeah, you can tell. They'll just fold, and when they come out swinging.
See, you guys would have the advantage because you already know like the vibe and like what means what, That's
Listen,
newbie to the
you have an
party.
advantage if you just make one assumption, Becky, in poker. Assume
Oh.
everybody's lying nonstop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Smart. I get that. That makes sense. Literally a game of bluffing.
Except me. I never bluff.
Okay. Fair. Now I feel like we got to make it happen.
You guys are going to pay me so much to see.
You're in for it now.
You're just going to pay. You'll be like, that's 2-7. Nope, I'm rocking pocket kings. Sorry. Pay next time, too.
Hey, better luck.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me. That's right, tomorrow. That's right.
Pickleball. Hey. Pickleball's fun. That's a great activity, man. Strong choice.
I've never played it.
Mm.
My family has a lot, but I
Yeah.
never have because I just haven't got out when they did. But it looks way fun.
Right? I think people get very deep into the culture. Like you get your partners and there's tournaments and you can really there's a lot of room to be a big part of a family in pickleball.
Yeah, ping pong down with, tennis down with, racquetball down with. I'm sure I would like pickleball.
Right.
Although I am legitimately good at racquetball and legitimately terrible at tennis.
Know your strengths, right?
I don't know if it's the size of the court that's my problem. You'd think I'm really good against a bad player, Jaja. Does that count?
Counts for something.
I think we should get some volatility here.
Dude. I feel like we've been hoping for a long time today.
Yeah, I just got a signal on the VIX. That's why.
Ooh.
Big spike.
Yes, I got a VIX spike.
Friday's gonna be interesting. I'm excited.
Not till Friday, right? Everybody's waiting for Friday.
Hour before market open, guys. Watch your backsides then.
CPI.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be a sensitive one after labor,
Let's go. It's a big week.
especially with average hourly earnings creeping up. Put a little bit more emphasis on that CPI report this Friday.
Uh-huh. Let's see how market treats it.
We got like 4 minutes till the imbalances now.
What if I just said hit when the dealer has a 6? I literally just played blackjack on Saturday. Pay attention. Gold and silver are so flat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Last hour.
And honestly, everything is.
Yeah. I was like, I'm watching ES and then Q and I look down at my others. I'm like, oh, they're even flatter. Not by much, but pretty much the same.
Well, didn't want to give us that ripper into the power hour. Sorry.
No, wanted to give us a boring, neutral based theta bleed environment.
We've had some good food and gambling conversations.
Yeah, we did.
That's what neutrality does.
Yeah. Seems fine. It's a community vibe. Sometimes if the candles are not exciting, we still get community.
100%.
Yep.
Can't force patterns.
No. Or
Nope.
volatility. We get what we get. It's a saying with kids, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. Better luck tomorrow. Aw, no need to be frustrated.
And I think we all get frustrated, you know. It's tough.
Human nature.
Hmm.
We're humans.
I was watching Pam Bondi on the Hill earlier today, and she goes, "Listen, we shouldn't talk about that. We should talk about the Dow hitting 50,000. Nobody ever thought the Dow would hit 50,000 in this entire 4 years, and we did it in a year." And I was like, "Really? Nobody thought we could get 4% average growth in the Dow Jones over a 4-year time period?" Interesting.
What are you smoking?
What do we even do it anymore? I thought it was
Is that
hilarious,
even
by the way.
is that even her place to even say anything about it?
No, of course not. She has nothing to do with the Dow or economic policy or
Smoking
fiscal
mirrors, man.
policy or monetary policy or. Ooh, balance is spiking to the downside here.
Yep.
Well, 5-point move there.
Yep. S&P sell side 65 million, Nasdaq's sell side 9 million, Dow sell side 290 million, Mag 7 sell side 254 million. Those are your market imbalances for end of day. You got it, MJ. We'll see you mañana. Have a great afternoon.
Later,
Thank you for hanging with us.
See you later. Yeah, we're back under VWAP on ES. I think he's a little stronger, but not by much.
GC poked its head to that same level that it's been kind of basing the last hour or so. The 5113 level. It's a triple hit there. Interesting.
Come on. Do something. That volatility.
Took a nap.
Right.
On the wick at 23. On GC. Yeah. I like that drawing tomorrow.
Big roaring kitty there. So cute. It's a mad kitty if it follows that direction. That's pretty sick, RQ. Get it. You should be sleeping. Hey, making money while the rest of the world sleeps is the dream, right?
Mhm.
Sure, it'll work. Nah, you only live once. Sleep is underrated. Is that for RQ? I don't think he does. Oh, all right. Every third Saturday. Oh, you need a double. A stunt double. Four minutes. Laser beam. Hey, Tip's hunting bears.
Yeah, he is.
I see it. Put it as they're testing lasers. That could be a sign for the lasers to take off. Strong work with the fibs ace. Tomorrow we have no news, right?
Nothing too major, I would say.
Right.
Initial
Yeah, more
claims,
like-
which we get every week. That's the only
Yeah.
interesting economic report, but it's certainly a mover. Initial
Yeah.
claims.
Okay.
Earnings wise tonight, who do we got tonight? We got McDonald's tonight.
Cisco is today.
Cisco tonight. App 11. That's a big one tonight. Those
A little
three.
bit. Yeah.
And then tomorrow before the market, we get like no major movers, I would say.
Yeah. That's such a great point in our podcast episode where you talk about, just because it's earnings season, not every week is treated equally,
No.
This is a big heavy hitter.
You definitely expected the price movements to start slowing down this week,
Yeah.
just based on the totality of the earnings conversation and types of.
Yeah. Good to know.
Mhm.
Oh, we got a little bit of earnings and then CPI on Friday.
All right, we're down to the last 1 minute.
Stay a nothing burger till the end.
What a great day.
The morning had nice.
The McDonald's logo pattern.
Hmm.
All right, last 15. Four, three, two, one. Ding, ding, ding. There's your bell team. Wow.
Calling it a day. All right. See what she's got tomorrow. Today was nice hanging out with you guys.
As always,
Definitely.
team, have a wonderful rest of your day. And don't forget, tomorrow we got my lab right after the market. So definitely come join me then. Outside of that, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Becky and Riz, always fantastic hanging out with navigating the market with you guys as well.
Yes, agreed. See y'all later.
Definitely.
Later, team.
You'll have a great day.
Bye.
And see you all, team. Thank you all for hanging with us today. Don't forget to turn your like, subscribe, and those notifications on, because if you guys want to be inside the Discord and you do not want to miss my great call outs that are happening each and every single day. So please make sure that you guys are following us within our socials. Again, we've got Mike coming in tomorrow morning, so you don't want to miss him with those fantastic calls in the morning session. And we'll be tackling the market throughout the day with me in the mid session and power hour. Don't forget, we've got Coach Breezy in at 6 p.m. Eastern and Coach Blasky on at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, traders, as always, good luck in the market. Have a fantastic day, and we will see you all tomorrow.